Hi, I'm Caspian from Strumtree. If you are learning to play improvised solos on the guitar, but you feel stuck getting new ideas, then watch this video to the end and I'll give you a few tips that you can apply to immediately improve your solos. The first reason that your guitar solos all sound the same is that you might be memorizing instead of improvising. You might do a lot of pentatonic noodling on the guitar, but after a while it starts to sound repetitive and you don't have that same spark that some guitarists get out of their solo. A common thing I see many beginners do is that they always start their solo on the same note. And because of that, they're locked into this way of thinking that this is the note that their solo revolves around, and often it's the root note we begin. But what I want you to do is next time you play an improvised solo, start on a note that you don't normally start on and revolve the solo around that new note as if that new note is the basis of your solo. So now I'm going to play a backing track and I'm going to play a pentatonic solo starting on the root note so you can hear how boring it sounds. Here we go. I'm going to choose another note of the scale. I'm going to choose the fourth. And we're going to see how this goes. And while this might seem like a very small thing, it might just be enough to get you out of a rut of playing the same thing over and over. The second reason your solos all sound the same is that you might not be thinking rhythmically enough. A lot of people, when they're starting out with playing solos, they really like to pay attention to playing the right notes of the scale. But in doing so, they're neglecting the rhythmic element of their solo. I've seen a lot of beginners start soloing and they focus so much on playing the right notes, but the whole time they're just playing simple quarter notes. And that's okay to begin with. But if you really want your solos to stand out, you need to focus on effective rhythmic ideas. So much so that it's often better to play the wrong note with an awesome rhythm than it is to play the right note with a very dull rhythm. So we've got quarter notes and eighth notes. Those are our basic rhythms to choose from. But to mix it up, add in some rests and breaks in your phrasing. And also consider using syncopation and triplets. I'm going to start playing a solo with low rhythmic awareness and then show you a solo with great rhythmic awareness to show you the difference. You can hear and feel the difference, even by implementing very basic rhythmic ideas to mix things up. The third reason all your solos sound the same is that you're not listening to a big enough variety of soloists. If you're always listening to Jimi Hendrix, then all your guitar solos are going to sound like... which can be cool, but after a while you're just going to sound like a bad Jimi Hendrix. The reason that Jimi Hendrix sounds so great in all his solos is he had a wide range of influences, and so much so that he became inventive in his approach and completely transformed the way the instrument was played. I once had the privilege of sitting through a piano composition lecture taught by the great composer Larry Sitsky. And he said, when you're composing piano, don't write a melody in the right hand and do arpeggios in the left hand because you'll just sound like a bad Chopin. The secret isn't copying the masters down to the tittle, but it's actually about listening to lots of masters, being inspired to create something truly original and authentic to you. And the last reason that your solos might all sound the same is that you're not thinking expressively enough. The best artists use their emotion when they're painting. The best musicians use their emotion through their playing. Now you can increase the motion in your playing through different techniques such as pitch bend, dynamic controls, so playing softer and louder. And really don't be afraid to be a little bit silly in your playing, because sometimes it's fun to experiment a bit, to play something a little bit wacky, to play the wrong note, and enjoy the process of failing and trying again, because sometimes through doing some kind of experiment, you discover a great idea that you never knew you had in you. Use your emotion and expression in the touch on the strings. Hold down a note for longer and bend it if you feel anguish. Play faster if you feel anxious. Play slow and mellow if you feel relaxed and happy. Play louder, shorter notes if you want to express anger. And play soft, slower notes in a minor key if you want to express sadness. Because the best solos are about telling a story. It's not about shredding on the guitar to show off all your notes, but it's really about saying something to the audience, saying something to the listener that you want to tell them. And with that in mind, I'm going to play the backing track now, just in A minor. Play a solo in the A minor pentatonic, and we're going to remember these things. 1, revolve your solo around a particular note that you don't normally start playing on. 2, focus on making your solo rhythmically concise and interesting. 3, think of 2 great guitar players and try and make your solo a fusion of both of their sounds. And 4, most importantly, tell a story through your solo through expressiveness and emotion. Here we go. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Great job. Keep going. Repeat. Great work. Practice to that backing track a few more times, implementing each of the 4 things that I spoke about, and your solos will be better in no time. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you found it valuable, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.